Atletico Madrid and everything that was going on with Julián Alvarez. We heard lots of booing from Atleti fans about him, and then after the game, we saw him walk off the pitch, and he didn't follow his teammates to go clap with the fans. And at first, we thought maybe that was his decision, but Cholo Simeone did come out and say that that was a decision that the team decided to make beforehand for him to do that and just go straight to the locker room.
That's coach talk.
Can you?
he's trying to save his Argentine compatriot.
Well, who knows here? But that is the role of a coach to take care of his own player. Can you just talk to us about everything that has been going on with Julián Alvarez, especially you being over there in Spain, and what the talk has been?
I spoke to Atletico Madrid this morning. I were like, so you told him to leave? And they insist on the idea that yes, it wasn't him, it was the club that wanted to avoid more pressure, more noise, and wanted the team to be and the fans in the same place.
That worked well, was a plan.
According to plan, yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So in any case, it's a situation that I don't think has been very well handled by anybody, really.
Agreed.
Barcelona keeps saying, well, we've got 100 million. So, we can take him. And Atletico Madrid said it has to be 150 million. By the way, we're not going to sell it to you because of the way you behaved. And Julián, meanwhile, has said what he said. He wants another project. He wants to go somewhere else. In fact, he wants to go to Barcelona. So right now, the only option for him to leave is Arsenal. And Arsenal, I'm playing tough to get, if you like, tough to give the kind of money that Atletico Madrid wants. So right now, it looks like he's going to stay. So Simeone started working on that at the end of the game and trying to just calm things down. But to be honest, he's also letting the noise continue a little bit. He cannot go against it. The annoyance of the fans is so huge that not even Simeone can say, all right, enough. And then they will stop because they are upset with Julián Alvarez. So it looks like in these situations, and it happens so many times, the player will have 1 or 2 bad months if he stays, and then what is he going to do? Try to get the best for Atletico Madrid in a season in which I said it all seems to be about Real Madrid and Barcelona, but Atletico Madrid will have something to say. Again, better squad than last season, too many years of disappointment. So it's all down on Julián Alvarez for a team that hasn't got a regular goal scorer at the moment.
Yeah, Guillem, we've seen this throughout my entire time as a professional footballer. Players wanting to leave and maybe not getting what they want, and clubs demanding more money. So in this case, what are the chances of a Julián Alvarez going to an Arsenal? What would that number be? Let's say Arsenal are playing, hard to get. Would they accept a bid of 120 million if this situation continues to get worse? And would Julián Alvarez say, you know what? I wanted Barcelona, but actually anywhere that we can compete is better than being here, and I would love to go to North London.
Said Agent Davies.
Said Agent Davies.
Yeah, the thing is he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to go to the Premier League. And he will be seen by himself as not his preferred choice or second choice or third choice almost. He doesn't want to go back to England. So having to leave is perhaps something that will be in his head. But I do expect the agent to actually calm things down in his head a little bit and say, look, if you don't want to be there, you're going to be unhappy. Here in a couple of months, you'll be better, and you're not going to be allowed to go to Barcelona. This is, by the way, the position of Atletico Madrid from day one. Because Barcelona were cheeky and put a small offer and didn't come back. It was like 100 million, bye. It's either that or nothing. And Atletico Madrid said nothing. But meanwhile, Barcelona had been talking to the agent and trying for Julián to even show more his need to or his want to go to Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid are very upset about it. The whole thing seems to me, if you listen to Atletico Madrid, who are still in charge of the player, they're not going to let it go. That's what they're saying. Or Arsenal comes to 150 million. We don't want Gyökeres, which has been proposed to go the other way. It's either that or nothing. But even so, imagine the situation. Last week of the transfer market, Julián goes. Who's Atletico Madrid going to get? And if he doesn't have a striker, what are the targets this season? Feels like another wasted season. So everything is put in gear at the club for him to stay.
Well, it is. What's messier, this situation or Guillem's apartment right now?
Atletico Madrid.
This situation. Yeah. Guillem, we appreciate you joining us. Thank you. Get back to your big move.
Cheers. Thank you.
All right, so I think all 4 of us, whether it's been from the journalist perspective, from the player perspective, I myself have worked at teams and have seen situations like this. From your perspective, when a situation gets to this point, Does it ever work out in the end where a player ends up staying at the club and things turn out better and they end up being loved by the fans again?
Yes, but that's the minority rather than the majority. Just one that comes to mind was Luis Suarez tried to leave Liverpool when Arsenal did the infamous 40 million plus one penny bid. He was training by himself. He ends up reintegrating to the team, has a historic record-breaking season, and the fans forgot pretty quickly. And Jeff, you'll know this as well, at the end of the day, if Julián Alvarez is here on September 3rd and his next game for Atletico Madrid, he scores 2 goals, those boos will go away. But it is very messy right now. And I'm glad Guillem brought up the point of, I don't think anybody's acting great in this situation. Most of which Barcelona. This is typical of Barcelona and Real Madrid. They know that players want to join them. They know they have the prestige, they have the fans, they have the money. So what they do is they get really public about a low ball offer, and then like Guillem said, all right, take it or leave it. We did our best. And then letting this fallout play out. Atletico Madrid have been public in their frustrations about this as well. So that's one. The other side is the player. Signed a new contract, I believe it's through 2030. It's a long time. So I understand why Atletico Madrid will say either you pay our fee or that's it, you stay. You just signed a new contract. For the player, and Charlie, I want your perspective on this, it's whether he's comfortable leaving while making it messy. If he told Madrid, I want to go to Barcelona, and Madrid said no, you either accept that, or the only way you're getting out is if you make it muddy, is if you do the transfer window back injury that magically gets resolved by international duty early in September. So that is his only option if he wants to make it messy to get out. And it's just a situation that feels untenable, but again, on September 3rd, if he's here, are they not going to pick him? Is he not going to play? It's just so many different ways this can go over the next 8 days.
Well, in every situation when it comes to contract disputes and wanting a move away, for players, it's who has more leverage, the player versus the club. And in this case, Julián Alvarez does not have the leverage, and it's because of the contract length. Now, there are clubs who are looking at this situation and going, okay, 2030, we have all the leverage. We can wait this out. You can't, because you're going to waste the prime years of your career. So you can't. You're going to have to suck it up. The problem is when you go so far to try and leave, it takes so much long to win the club's support back, especially from the supporters, the faith that they've put in you to kind of be our star. And next thing you know, you're taking it for granted and you're trying to leave. To win that back, that trust, it is very difficult. It's very hard. And then by that time, you might as well get the Atletico Madrid tattoo on you to prove it. I mean, Antoine Griezmann kind of went through that same thing and having to come back and win the faith back of the supporters. But it is a difficult path. We look at some of the other guys, like I go back to Harry Kane potentially leaving for Manchester City in 2021. And there was like an extended period where he took a week or two extra on his summer vacation, but never came out and said, I want to leave. I don't want to be here.
Charlie, did he go to Manchester City?
No.
No. Would he have if he made it ugly? And I respect the hell out of Harry Kane for that. And generally, I think all of us would like to see it that way. But that's part of the leverage situation. If the club says no and the club has leverage over contract length, the way that you try to get it back or try to make it untenable for them is you do the interviews that Alvarez has done at the World Cup. You do things with the fans and then have Cholo Simeone say, no, we told him not to go to the fans. That's because if not, there is 0% chance of getting out.
Dimitri Payet is another one. West Ham, when he said, I am not playing for this club, no matter what.
The mistake he's made, I think, look, Barcelona not great, Atleti not great, Alvarez not great.
Yep.
The mistake he's made is by saying anything. All you do is you say, listen, I'm an Atleti player, and whilst I'm an Atleti player, I will give my best for them. Somebody asks him about a transfer, and we say, I know nothing about that. That's down to the club. I'm an Atleti player. Because it's like you're in for a job with somebody else, and you trash your work with your current employer, but actually the contract's not through yet. Yeah. His agent should have advised him in this current scenario.
Let me do the work. You do nothing.
I can try and force the move through, but you are the public face of this because this is not guaranteed. This can go wrong. You need to keep the Atleti fans on side because if it goes disastrously wrong, you are going to have a really, really difficult time. So his PR has been really
Terrible.
poor.
Shreeves, I agree. And the bottom line is, if that's the scenario, we're not talking about it. It's, oh, well, Atletico said no, and then that's it. So I've spoke to agents, and nothing that's at this level, right? It's a potential $150 million move or pound move to Barcelona, one of the biggest clubs in the world. But agents and players have conversations with each other. Okay, they said no. What's our next steps? Are you willing to sit out? Are you willing to make it ugly? And if an agent believes their player when they say, yeah, I want to get out, I've got the stomach for this, then it happens.
Depends what you call sit out. Depends what you call refusing to play.
Refusing to
And
train.
obviously he hasn't done. I mean, he played. He's been in the team.
Yeah.
But are you willing to go to the club and say mental health or something? Go to the guy on my back hurts, right?
Oh, I've seen that.
Yes.
I've seen it firsthand where players come in and say, you know what, I got a hamstring injury.
Yeah.
I got a strain. No, you don't. We did a scan. Yeah, I do.
I can feel it. I can feel it. The scan didn't reveal it.
So you have players who do that, who refuse to train, and they're like, I think subconsciously too, they're saying, I don't want to get injured. And anyways, training for a club that I don't want to be at anymore. You also have false promises where a sporting director may say, hey, if this club comes, we'll allow you to leave. That club comes, and next thing you know, no, that doesn't exist, you're staying. And then the club goes, well, the player feels, I feel betrayed. I don't have trust in you, so I don't want to play here anymore. And you have that too. So there's a number of things that can happen, but at the end of the day, Shreevesy's spot on. You let your agent do all the talking and the bartering behind the scenes. You can even go into the coach's locker room and the sporting director and say, I want to leave. But as soon as that camera's in front of your face, I'm happy to be here. As long as I'm here at this club, I will give my best. That's it.
So, Charlie, on a lighter note, you talk about the players who say, no, my back hurts and I can't play. There's another scenario where I heard of a player in MLS who was trying to get out of his club, and he was a defender. So instead of sitting out, and he talked to some of the players before training and said, I'm sorry about this. I'm flying into every challenge because they're not letting me leave. I've tried to argue to sit out. And they were like, that's fine. You can stay in the bench all season. So he said, guys, I'm sorry if you don't come near me in a 50-50. And they laughed and were like, what are you talking about? The first challenge in practice, just goes flying into somebody. 2 days later, he got his transfer.
Talking to the Chelsea guys, they said Diego Costa would come into the practice when he wanted to move and just boot the ball out. He would just boot it.
Jesus.
Well, there was
as far as he could.
I remember a rumour, so I can't substantiate this. It was purely a rumour that when William Gallas wanted to transfer, he threatened to score an own goal.
That's where I thought you were going for a defender.
Just in case William and his lawyers are watching, this was purely a rumour which I cannot substantiate.
People get creative. When they want to leave, you can get creative.
Thanks for watching this video from Morning Footy. For all news and insights regarding leagues around the world like EFL, Serie, and all UEFA competitions, both men's and women's, don't forget to sign up for Paramount+.